The House of Representatives yesterday passed a vote of no confidence in the nation's service chiefs, asking them to resign their appointment with immediate effect. Also, the lawmakers urged the executive arm of government to, as a matter of urgency, reorganize the entire security architecture of the country to reflect the existing realities. The House had, about a month ago, reached a resolution asking the top military brass to either resign or be sacked by President Muhammadu Buhari, who appointed them. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion by Yusuf Buba from Adamawa State under matters of urgent public importance on the need for the federal government to provide adequate security and relief materials to part of his constituency attacked by insurgents, and for the military to review its strategy in its campaign against terrorism. Buba's motion came on the heels of the recent attacks, including the burning of churches in Gakida community in Gombe local government area of Adamawa State. He decried the rising insecurity that has continued to claim innocent lives and property of the people. He said, it is easy to recall that in the last few weeks, the Uno in Borno State and Gakida in Adamawa State suffered attacks, including others that were not reported, which have left the world asking questions that remain unanswered. These attacks coming ferociously after a time the insurgents were said to have been highly degraded, to say the least, have left our people in even more grave danger and have left our homes, business premises, places of worship, farms, and above all, lives at the mercy of the insurgents. If nothing urgent is done to increase the number of our soldiers by way of massive recruitment, the number of our men in the theaters of conflict sadly will continue to decrease and their morale will drop considerably, while our nation may have a sad recourse to pre-2015. God forbid. Saki Adam from Sokoto State, who contributed to the notion, said that the sorry situation should naturally invoke shame to the service chiefs and the NSA who could not stop the attacks. Inyampa Zakari from Michika Federal Constituency, Adamawa State, said that a more drastic action needed to be taken to arrest the attacks. This country is in danger. We know that there is insecurity and nothing has been done by the Nigerian army. If there is no security of lives and property, we cannot be comfortable here. Mr. Speaker, we must find a way of solving this problem. Let's do something and let's do it urgently, he said. Ahmed Jaha from Borno State said that the service chiefs had completely run out of ideas. You must not live in your comfort zone while your constituents are dying. For how long shall we be repelling attacks in this country? My people voted for me under duress because they had been sending messages of attacks. These insurgents came in with 11 brand new Hilux vans. I called the security outfit. They said they were waiting for them to come so that they could repair them. Gakida is less than 15 kilometers away from my constituency. You are waiting for them to come? How long shall we continue to repair? Karu Simon Elisha from Balanga Federal Constituency of Gombe State backed the call for the service chiefs to resign. Even though Nigeria walks through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil. Mr. Speaker, these people burn churches, mosques, kill everyone. We are fighting the devil. We need a strategy that we tackled these terrorists. It is time to bring new ideas in the security. I join others to call for the resignation of all service chiefs. They have tried their best, but we need new hands. People are dying. It will get to a time we will stand here and cry. These people are not producing results. We need other hands. We need a new strategy, he said. While adopting the motion, the House also asked the government to urgently commence mass recruitment of Nigeria into the military, even as they asked the National Emergency Management Agency and the North East Development Commission to send relief materials to the victims of the attacks in Gakida and Ono. Auno or something like that. Also yesterday, the House passed for second reading the bill seeking an amendment for the 1999 Constitution in order to extend immunity to the presiding officers of the National Assembly. The presiding officers are President and Deputy President of the Senate and Speaker and Deputy Speaker of the Senate, Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives. The bill sponsored by Odebumi Olusegun is for an act to alter Section 308 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to extend immunity to cover presiding officers of legislative institutions and for related matters. The bill scaled through second reading after several debates. Olusegun APC Lagos stated that the bill was intended to protect the institution of the legislature from distraction caused by unnecessary legal actions against the presiding officers. The majority leader Ndudi Elumelu, who kicked against it, noted that it came at a wrong time as the issue of insecurity should be matter on the front burner of the legislature. He called for the annulment of the motion, saying there's nothing the presiding leaders are doing for them to deserve immunity. He said the House leader Ado Oguwa, who supported the bill, said that the prevention of distraction, which is the reason for the immunity adoption by the executive, should be extended to the legislative arm, whom he said deserved similar support to help avoid harassment during the discharge of their duties while in power. The House also passed for a second reading a bill for an act to establish a maritime development bank of Nigeria to enhance and promote indigenous participation and acceleration capacity building in the maritime sector. The bill, which was sponsored by Mansour Soro, APC Bauchi, seeks the establishment of the bank that will focus on promoting accelerated participation of indigenous entities in the Nigeria maritime sector through targeted industry-focused banking products that will enhance local capacity and contribute to the prosperity and development of the country. Meanwhile, the House Committee on Finance has asked the Security and Exchange Commission to provide evidences of remittances into the consolidated Federation account from 2006 to 2018 before March 3rd. The chairman of the committee, James Faleke, APC Lagos, at an investigative hearing yesterday, demanded that the management of SEC reappears to reconcile the Commission's remittances with the report of the Accountant General of the Federation. SEC allegedly failed to make remittances during the period under review, running into billions of naira. Furnish this committee with a Stock Exchange Commission's surplus account details, evidence of remittances, if any, all account statements of special funds. Give us the list of trustees of the funds, names of the members of the secretariat to date, sources of the funds used to finance deficit budget, and later authorizing SEC to borrow money, if any, Faleke said. According to him, the committee is not to hunt anybody but to ensure there are enough funds to implement the 2020 budget. The acting director general of SEC, Mary Huduk, told the committee that they were ready to furnish it with all relevant documents. So guys, yeah, a lot, being said in the House of Representatives, the media submissions, but the main thing is now that they are coming out to say the service chiefs must resign. But one thing is that we are not getting, because the chief of army staff has said even if they resign or if they don't resign, that it will not change anything. So if you in the recent, that's why the whole thing is really somehow. If the chief of army staff could say that, Brutai could say that, meaning that even if they are going to bring other people, even if we say, okay, let them bring other people, those people, they are still going to be doing the bidding of the presidency or the executive or the president, because he will be the one that will still bring them in. But the case on ground is that those service chiefs, they have overstayed their tenure, which supposed to give room naturally or by default for other people to come in. So it is not even only because they are not even effective or they are not efficient, but their tenure has even expired. They ought to have left. And meanwhile, they are not doing much. Just like even most of these House of Reps members said, we are not even seeing any results. That they have run out of ideas, and that is why we are experiencing all of these things. That being said, so even if they remove them, there's something going on that they've already told us stylishly by the Chief of Army Staff, that even if you remove all of them, it will not change anything. So what are we talking about? I don't know, because from the top, something is not just right. Something is not just adding up. That is why we are here and we are still complaining. But as far, I just wanted to pick on what some of the transparency, the House of Rep, some of them are talking about, that the SEC should make their accounting or whatever, their finances made open. They are just concerned about how they are going to finance 2020 budgets, because even the 2020 budget, because that is the reason why they are asking this stock exchange commission to bring the accounts to make sure that they are able to finance the 2020 budget. The 2020 budget, is it for you and I? No, it's not going to be for you and I, just for them too now. And they are beginning to see the handwriting on the wall as regards to the issue of security in the country, because like one of them said that if they don't do anything, that even they themselves, a time will come that they will be crying. All of those things that they think they are enjoying will no longer be there. That is why they are coming out and be speaking, because I don't know. That's just my opinion. So guys, let us hear your own take, even as they have come out to say, oh, the service chiefs must resign. And judging from what the Chief of Army Staff had said, that whether you change them or not, it's not going to make any difference. What do you really think that will, for us to move forward, for the way forward? What do you think will be the appropriate thing to do? Leave your comments below.